So I'm sure that John Tortorella is going to have a lot of very encouraging, positive, kind things to say about his team, about their overall performance tonight. Lots of compliments, I'm sure. I can't wait to see the press conference. John Tortorella, never has any good sound bites, so I'm sure it'll be a relatively boring press conference with nothing but compliments. At least maybe that could be true for the first 2 periods and 15 minutes. So the Columbus Blue Jackets managed 39 shots on Freddie Andersen throughout the entire game, including overtime. And they get 3 goals. The first goal was a 2-on-1 breakaway, I believe. Second goal was a deflection. And the third goal was a giveaway by Toronto in the defensive zone, which led to basically a breakaway, a really, really short breakaway. A man all alone in the slot who was able to score past Freddie Andersen. I would not blame Freddie Andersen for any of those goals. I don't think that he misplayed any of them. And the fact that overall throughout the course of the night he stopped 36 out of 39 shots, I think is something to be commended, let's say. He kept his team in it. He played very well. And unfortunately for Toronto, they went down 3-0 with only 5 minutes left in the game, because that's when the third goal was scored. It was roughly about 5 minutes, right? So they're done, right? No hope for them. Series over. Columbus advances. That's got to be the end for Toronto. Bummer. Except that with 3:55 left in the third period, and the goalie pulled, Toronto scores on Merzlikins. Yes, it was Merzlikins in goal tonight, not Korpisalo. So Toronto scores, I believe it was Nylander scores to make it 3-1. So, a little bit of life, but only 3:55 left. So how much life can there be? Well, with 3:06 left and the goalie pulled, another empty net situation, Toronto scores again. Tavares, 3:06, makes it 3-2. Tavares gets the puck in the high slot. He roofs it, top shelf, blocker side. I guess you could argue because of the distance between him and Merzlikins. Merzlikins had a chance. That was a sniper shot. I'm not going to fault Merzlikins, and Merzlikins didn't have much of a chance on the first one either. I don't think I said so. But the puck was shot from a little ways out. He makes the initial save. It's kind of sitting there. There's like 2 or 3 Maple Leafs standing right there, and one of them bangs it home. So 3-2 with 3:06 left. And with 23 seconds left, goalie pulled. Toronto scores again. This was also kind of a high slot shot. Goes 5-hole on Merzlikins. There were a couple people. I think one player from each team that were screening Merzlikins. I'm not going to say, good goal, bad goal. It was fine. I mean, under any normal circumstance, you look at that and you go, yeah, it's a good goal. Not going to fault the goaltender. The fact that he allows 3 goals late like that, you kind of want to nitpick and look at him and go, come on, man, you got to stop one of those. But, Toronto had the extra man for all 3 because they had the goalie pulled for all 3. It's just a rough situation. How often do you see that? It's hard enough to pull the goalie and score a goal. Toronto pulled the goalie and scored 3 goals. So, kudos to them. So the game goes into overtime. So with a little bit less than 7 minutes left in the first overtime, what would be the only overtime, it's Tavares to Auston Matthews. Matthews with a one-timer beats Merzlikins' glove side. Merzlikins didn't stand much of a chance on that one either. And Toronto goes from being down 3-0 with roughly 5 minutes left in the game, less than 5 minutes, to tying it up, taking it to overtime and winning. Toronto had 53 shots, scored 4 goals. So, you look at those numbers and you say, you just can't fault Merzlikins. You can't look at Merzlikins and say he was the problem. Yeah, you could go, well, Korpisalo was so good in those other games. Why would you play Merzlikins? Well, again, it's not an elimination game for Columbus. You probably want to get, if you're Tortorella, you probably want to get Merzlikins some playing time in case you need him later on in the playoffs. You don't want him to be dead cold. And so, it's not an illogical decision to put in Merzlikins, and Merzlikins played well. He stopped 49 of 53 shots, and if you watch the 4 goals he allowed, in the last 4 minutes of the 450 of the game plus overtime. None of them are weak goals. None of them are bad goals. You can't fault Merzlikins. So anyway, I've got to get off of here because I want to go see Tortorella's press conference. Thanks for watching.